Hey everybody. So I'm sure by now everybody's heard the news that our starter going forward again, AP announced that it's going to be Minshew. Uh, why do we bother? What you mean to tell me that we just changed offensive coordinator? We changed the offensive line coach. You bring in Norv Turner to help be a consultant to his son, and you're going to stick with Minshew. Uh, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words as to why we're sticking with him. This is a chance to come out with a whole new look, whole new feel to this team. And I said this the other night on Leo's show. If they come out and they stop Minshew, they're giving up on the season. It's going to be the same status quo, same shit that we've seen for the entire season so far when Minshew's played. I mean, who knows? I could be wrong. They could come out, look completely different with him playing. Who knows? I just thought it would be time to. We've made these other changes, make that change and play a personnel also. O'Connell's not going to be ready to come back by Sunday, which is obvious because if he was, he'd be starting, not Minshew. Do they not trust Ritter? But that's why you practice. That's why you give the kid time. I'm just. This isn't going to be a long live show. This is going to be fairly quick for the most part, I think. But I just don't get why we are wasting our time. We already know what we're getting with Minshew. We've seen the Minshew experience and it's not working for us. Unless they totally adapt the play calling to work in his favor based on what he's got for talent, which I mean what we've seen this season, it's not much for talent to be honest with you. He's definitely not our best quarterback on the team. I don't even think he's our second or third best quarterback at this point. Does does putting him in there give us the best chance to win? I don't think so. I just think we needed to see what Ritter's got. Give the kid a chance to start. You brought him in for a reason. We needed depth at quarterback. He showed flashes when he was in there a couple of weeks ago. I just don't get AP. This is what you come up with during a bye week. We're just running out the same old routine bullshit that we've seen all season long so far. I, I can't believe I had so many thoughts running through my head as to what I was going to say, how I was going to approach this, but now I'm just so dumbfounded by the move. I just can't figure out why. Why? I feel like a little kid when you tell them, don't do that. Well, why? Well, because we said so. Yeah, but why? I think every Raider fan right now is scratching the head going, why are we doing this? Why are we feel like we're regressing still instead of progressing and moving forward? Using the other players that we have to hopefully spark some life into this team. And I just don't feel like we're going to get a spark in this team this season. I think this just shows that they're done. They're giving up. This is how they're going to secure themselves as the organization to get a better pick in the draft. That's my take on this. I mean, again, he could come out and surprise us, and he could have such a great game that he ends up beating Miami. I don't see it happening. I think if we beat Miami, it's going to be because of our defense. I don't think it's going to be because of Minshew and his spectacular quarterback play. I just, we've got a live show tonight. He's Raiders Coast to Coast. Myself and my buddy Nathan, LV Raider 10. Um, we'll have some takes on this, but I couldn't let this go without getting on here and just voicing my frustration and the lack of um, I don't know. I can't even think of the words I want to use now. I'm so put off by this decision that came out this afternoon. I know they say it's not good to have dead air when you're on a show, but I mean, right now I'm still trying to rack my brain around what's going on. You know, uh, it's fucking depressing, is what it is. This team makes it so hard to stay a Raider fan. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I've been a Raider fan for almost 50 years. I'm not going anywhere. But it's like, how do you try to attract new fans to this team when year in and year out we're mediocre at best? You know, I mean, we're a sub 500 team every fucking year. You know that this team needs a spark. You know, will it happen with this coming draft? I hope so because I know I'm getting tired of waiting. You know, you hear these newer fans that are getting frustrated and they don't know the half of it sometimes what it's like to live this downfall and misery for the last 20 plus years. It's so hard. Even as a club, for the Booster Club, it's tough to keep the members engaged, in club activities and during the off season when this is the product that's put on the field. I say this all the time to the members, we and to the executive board that we are a victim of, oh, we're only as good as the product that's out there on the field. So if the product isn't that good, it's tough to keep interest. It's tough to keep members coming back every year, and want to pay their dues to be members of this club. It's hard to draw in new members for the club when this is the result of their time and their effort as members of the club, when the result on the field is horrible. So it's like trying to keep everybody positive is not easy. And that's, as the president of the club, that's the whole goal, is to keep everybody engaged, keep everybody, wanting to come back for activities that we do throughout the off season and to show up on Sundays to watch the game together. You know, what keeps us together right now is the members showing up on Sundays, spending time with each other, watching the game. You know, when we win, we get to share the good. When we lose, which we do more than win, obviously, that there's someone else there to share your pain with. But that's not what we want to keep doing. We want to see some wins. We need to see some wins. We spend all this money to do these things with the club. You know, the organization, the Raiders, spend money to bring in fans, but they're not reciprocated in any way. I don't know how some of these fans that are season ticket holders can afford to pay the prices that they're paying, especially since they moved to Vegas. I mean, I know when they were in Oakland, the tickets were cheaper, but now that they're in Vegas, the ticket prices are ridiculous. And this is what you roll out on the field. We're gonna go. We're gonna go with Gardner Minshew this week, or going forward. We're gonna list him as the starter. No, no. The fans don't want to see it. You listen to the fans sometimes. Listen to us now. We don't want Minshew. Minshew's not the answer. Put the kid under fire. put Ritter out there. Give him a shot. When O'Connell's ready and he's healthy again, if Ritter's not playing up the par, put him back out there. And leave Minshew as our third string. Hell, like I said the other night, people will laugh at me, but Jesus Christ, put him on the practice squad. Minshew. Bring Bradley in as our third stringer. I'm just rambling now. I'm gonna get off. I'm just tune in for our show tonight. I'll have another take on it. Should be a little bit more interesting than this one. I just had to say something. I just couldn't just sit here and not get on and say something about this move. That's how shocking it is to me that they came out and announced this. That I felt the need to get on and just vent for a minute. So if it seems like I'm rambling, I apologize. Tonight's show is going to be a good one. You know, we've got some things we need to catch up on and get ready to discuss the Miami game, and hopefully we'll get some guests on tonight. You know, if you're going to be watching the show, post in the comments tonight. You know, interact with us. We'll ask us questions. If we know the answers, we'll answer them. You know, maybe even get someone on live with us if they're interested. So tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern time, Raiders coast to coast. Till then, stay positive. I know I'm trying as hard as I can to stay positive, but everybody else, stay positive.